IRS and that I was being audited. They were gonna arrest me if I didn't comply.
A KSL exclusive right now. A common phone scam takes an unfamiliar and frightening turn in Syracuse. Mike?
Yeah, Dee Dee, a woman says the situation felt very real when she looked out her window and could not believe what she saw in front of her own house. News Specialist Andrew Adams speaking to the woman and her husband tonight. He's live with the story you'll only see on KSL 5. Andrew?
Mike, the phone call came in just like that over the woman's cell phone, out-of-state number. She says she'd never heard of the IRS phone scam before today, but what happened to her might be a first for anybody.
I don't usually answer phone calls when they're out of state.
But this caller left a voicemail.
They had claimed to be the IRS.
Kayla Saunders says the message
I was being audited.
scared her enough, she called back, only to be threatened if she didn't pay up.
You know, you're going to be taken to jail within 30, 45 minutes if you don't comply.
Then she looked out the window.
And there's a cop car sitting on my road in front of my house. It scared me enough to kind of listen
And act, loading her kids into the car.
He said, proceed up to the Walgreens just up here on the corner by Smith's. And sure enough, this car that was sitting out in front of the house tails her the whole time up there.
It was only a 5-minute drive, but it must have felt like an eternity, heading down the road, on the phone with somebody threatening you, and then looking in the rearview mirror and having that awful feeling of somebody following closely behind.
The fact that I was being followed definitely threw me for a loop. It was definitely stressful.
She did as directed, walking into Walgreens and putting $500 on an iTunes gift card.
As a mother, like, your first instinct is to do what you can to make sure your kids are safe, and so that's what I did.
Syracuse police are investigating. Their cruisers are black, not white, like the car Saunders described. They're warning.
The IRS is not going to call you on the phone, and they're surely not going to ask you to pay your bill in an iTunes gift card.
This couple hopes their story makes others pay attention.
I can't even imagine that people for $500, for $1,000 would be willing to go that far. It's frustrating.
Cops say much better to hang up from a call like this and give them a call instead. While we haven't seen really any cases involving a fake police car, certainly these calls have been inundating Utahns lately. Multiple police agencies reporting cases in recent weeks. Back to you.
Yeah, we've heard of these calls before, but as you mentioned, they're a whole new level when you have a police car sitting out front there. And you can certainly understand why she felt the way she did. Andrew, good story. Thank you. Dave?